Join me in this video as we check out this fantastic Blacktron 2 aerial intruder from the 90s. Hello and welcome back to another retro Lego review and reverse speed build. Today we're looking at this. It's the aerial intruder. It's part of the Blacktron 2 series and it's set 6981. As always, we'll be having a look at the box, the manual, the features and all the details up close, and then I'll do the reverse speed build and give you my thoughts on the set. So here's the box. As always, we've got that lovely main image here. We've got the aerial intruder flying along and one of the two buggies that we'll look at shortly out here as well. Inside, as we open it up, again, you can see basically starting to show off some of the features, so you can open it up and the rovers can come out, and also this jetpack that we'll look at shortly. On the back, we've got some pretty crazy alternative build. I mean, this one doesn't look too bad. Where is it? One of these ones. But look at this monstrosity down here. I mean, who has ever built that thing? It looks absolutely crazy. But the box is good. I like the colours almost as much as I like the colours of the set, but we'll check that out very shortly. Let's move on to the manual. Here's the manual, and for a small set, I like it when they did these larger size manuals where you get that big main image on the front again. Nothing really to write home about, which just shows us how we can set up our minifigures with or without that jetpack that I've mentioned. You build up the smaller side vehicles, then you build up the majority of the ship, and then it's just putting the finer features on. And then on the back we've got those crazy alternative builds again, so not too much to show you there. So I'll bring the camera in nice and close and let's check out some of the features. Okay, so here it is. It's got 247 parts and 2 minifigures. And the first thing I want to say is I absolutely love the colour scheme for Blacktron 2. The original Blacktron, if you remember, is like a black and yellow, but this switch to the translucent green, I think it looks absolutely brilliant. The green and the black, they just work so well together. Let's give you a little look just around the ship. So it's actually kind of quite squat but quite wide, so you've got this lovely symmetry head on. You've got those like mini ships on each side, which we'll look at shortly. You can see it's quite narrow that side, and then it kind of widens out, so it has this real kind of like flat wide appearance to it, which means when you display it, it's quite narrow, and it kind of looks at its best angle when you're kind of looking down at it like that. So how am I going to point out some of these features? I think let's start off with the fact that we've got the aerial up on the top, and we've got a few little things such as the these things like aerials, antennas, or things that point out at the front. Now, each of these is an individual ship, so what you have to do is kind of grab them quite firmly, pull them forwards, and you get this. And you can't pull this forwards. Yeah, you can't pull that all the way forward unless these side parts are open. So you have to open these up, and then you can drop this down. You can fly along like so, or I guess close it up again, however you want. I think I always used to kind of fly it around like this, because then you can pretend that that's a gun or something, or that the steering is here. So however you want to use it. In fact, mate, that looks quite cool like that, doesn't it? So you get 2 of those little ships. Pull the other one out like so. So it's like it's a modular design to this, isn't it, really? So 2 different ways you could operate those. Now, this has a really cool feature. What you do is unlock the front. There's these 2 little arms just here that sit on top of this section here. And as this bit lifts up, you're going to see a ramp also lowers at the same time. And watch this, it's really well designed. So move these out of the way, lift this up, see the ramp coming down like that. And if I go all the way, these 2 little buggies, rovers, whatever we want to call them, quite nicely designed. They don't have steering wheels, but they do have control panels. Those 2 little rovers just come out. And pretty easy to like stow away again. You just pop them back on the ramp, and as you do, you just close this down and lock it off. Now, moving round to the sides, to the back, I should say, there's another little secret. And we've got this additional thing that opens up. And if we open that up like so, this is the jetpack, and it's quite stiff inside, but if you get it off and then get one of our minifigures, fit this facing forwards, and that actually looks really cool. Look at that. So he's like, if I moved his hands, he'd be holding the handles and flying around on there. One thing I will say about the set, so I really like this set and I like its proportions, but in handling it, it's actually a really fragile build. So when you're trying to pull the ships off, often like it will start to kind of open up and fall apart. Sometimes these little bits will come off. Also the jetpack at the rear, sometimes I've tried to pull it out and it's been so tight that all this kind of rear section breaks apart. So structurally it's not like really solidly built together, it's a little bit flimsy. Also, one thing that I would have liked to improve is I think there should have been an effort to kind of have like a central figure, because if they've gone off here, that's a ship on its own right, but where's it being flown from? Because this is just holding the rovers. So there should, in my mind, have maybe been like the ability for someone to fly this on its own empty, which they haven't done, which I think is a real missed trick. So that's the review of the set, and I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you like this? Did you have Blacktron 2? And what I'm going to do now is the reverse speed build, but basically I'll get my timer out, I'll take it all apart, but then when you watch the footage it's going to be in reverse, so it will kind of be built backwards, if that makes sense, and then I'll give you my final thoughts at the end if I spot anything. Okay, I've got the timer, so let's go. Just over 9 minutes for the reverse speed build. Super simple because it was very symmetrical. Nothing really to mention other than it seems to make use of these blocks. I don't come across them too much. You know, the ones where you put them down there and then you can mount on 3 sides. Well, it actually uses 4 of those in this set. But yeah, that's that really. So my final thoughts. Really love the Blacktron 2 series. This is one of those sets when I was trying to remember my childhood set. I got another one in. It's a little less wide. It's more of like a spindly ship. Can't remember the name of it. And that wasn't the one I had. This is the one I had. I really enjoyed it. I like the modular design. I like the buggies. I just wish there was an ability to fly the ship on its own. And I find it a little bit fragile. If you own this set as well and you use it, or play with it rather than just display it, do you agree? Do you think it's a bit flimsy as well? But that's everything for now. You'll probably enjoy a video up there. I think I'll put the Lego playlist up there for more retro Lego. And until the next one, all the best, take care, and see ya.